See that I'm using my Marvel Select Danger Room setups as my background, so hope you like that. But basically, these are the figures that made me happy, and these are the figures that I really enjoyed this year. First thing is there are some figures that I paid off at GameStop or pre-ordered that people are getting now. I'm not going to count those. So the Fantastic Four scroll wave, I'm not counting those just because I haven't got them myself and I'm still waiting on them. So I'll probably be a next year list if they make it on my list. But we're going to start off with the 3 honorable mentions, and then we'll start with the top 10. All right, let's get it. Starting off with the first honorable mention, I have to go with the 3-pack Wolverine. I thought this was a great figure. It's a great figure, and there's nothing wrong with it. I love the bone claws the most about it, and I love the ripped up face. I think it's the best Wolverine that I own from Marvel Legends, but I wouldn't really say it'd be my top 10. It's a great figure, but it's a good honorable mention for honorable mention number 3. Honorable mention number 2 would be Fat Thor, or as most people call him, Bro Thor. Now this is a great figure. I think it's funny. I think that's why I liked it, and that's why it's an honorable mention. It's not really a serious figure to me though. That's why he's not in my top 10. But I think he's a great figure overall. I think he's cool. It's cool that he's a Build-A-Figure. I did want to build this figure. My downfall for it is it's a cool Build-A-Figure. I would have been fine if this was a figure that you could just bought by itself as a variant. I think the Build-A-Figure should have been the Thor from the ending of the when they do the big giant fight scene from Endgame. So that's my biggest gripe about it. And with the 2 heads, it's the same head except one has glasses, and I think that was another thing I was disappointed about. I wish he came with a different type of head, but you know what? I like it as a joke. That's really sad to say, but I like the figure a lot. Don't get me wrong. It could have been better. Yeah. And my last honorable mention is Colossus from the 2-pack for the 80th anniversary of the Juggernaut and Colossus. I love this figure so much, and you know, I wanted him to be in my top 10. I did, but looking at all my other top 10 figures, I just feel like this one is just, it's a nice figure. I like it. I love I like the paintwork and everything. It's just, I don't know, it's a great figure, don't get me wrong. It's just, I like my other top 10s, but this guy came so close. But it's a great figure still, and I still love it to death. But let's get into my top 10s now. Alright. And starting at number 10 is Endgame Worthy Cap. Some people might be saying, that's a great figure, why is it so low? And the reason why it's so low is it's a great figure. I think it's the best MCU Captain America we've ever got. My problem and I get it, they didn't want to do it for spoilers, but he didn't come with this shield. I made this shield. And I also customized it with the magnet, so the shield can go on the back of his back, and it can hook on like that. And that was the big thing that kind of disappointed me, because I wish he came with 2 different shields. The shield that we got was cool and stuff, but I think he should have came with the broken shield, and that's why he's at number 10. But he's a great figure, and I like him. But yeah, the shield just really bothered me, so that's why he's at the number 10 spot. Number 9 is Heimdall from Thor Ragnarok, or if you want, Infinity War. I thought this was a great figure. I just got this figure probably like 2 weeks ago, because the Vision Wave, or not the Vision Wave, the Bro Thor wave finally came out to me, and I finally picked this up. But that whole wave, I thought Heimdall was the best. I like the big sword. I like how you can put the sword away. I think my favorite thing about the figure is the face alone. It really looks like the actor. And I like I just like how he looks. My biggest gripe with this figure is he would have been higher list. I think I would have liked cloth goods more, but it's like a cone effect. It's kind of hard to move his arms when he's wearing it. When you take it off, he has great articulation, but I really like the robe, or the cape, whatever you want to call it. But that's why he's low on the list. But I still like this figure a lot. It's a great figure, great pickup for sure. At the number 8 spot would be my Beast. And don't mind the rubber bands on my figures. You're going to see some figures that have rubber bands, and the reason why they have rubber bands is that they're not broken or anything. It's I hang them off the wall. So Beast hangs off the wall because he's Beast. I like this figure a lot. I think it was a great figure. I'm a big X-Men fan. You know, I love Marvel and I love the Avengers, but I'm more of an X-Men fan. I'd rather choose X-Men over the Avengers any day. You'll probably see that more on my list. But I really like the Beast. I love the colors. A lot of people didn't like the dark shading. I actually thought the dark shading looks good to me. My biggest gripe, if I have a problem with it, because this thing has great articulation. It came out perfect, the sizing and everything. My biggest problem is maybe the face. I like this face, but I wish he came with another head with glasses. But I like that face. It looks like comic book version. Comic book accuracy to me. I love the Jim Lee X-Men show. Grew up with it as a kid, so I needed this figure, and I'm still building my X-Men wave right now of all different X-Men characters on its own shelf. But this is a great figure no matter what. I think it's a great figure. I just wish came with maybe a lab coat or a book or another head. I would be fine, but that's me. And for my 7th spot, it's got to go to Iron Patriot. I think this is an amazing figure. I think Hasbro kicked it out of the park. I have a couple other figures that I think they're better than this one, in my opinion. But yeah, Hasbro really kicked ass with this. I have the regular one, the first one they came out with, their War Machine with the normal War Machine paint. But man, I think what made me love this figure, and same way with the Heimdall, but I think this is better than the Heimdall, is just the paint alone, man. I mean, look at that. It looks beautiful. My little gripes about this thing is the guns would fall off, but I glued those on, and he, you know, since he has these big things, he can't really move his arms. But man, I think this is a great figure for the number 7 spot, and I'm glad to have it, and I love it. And yeah, and same thing with the Rubberman. He flies in my room, so yeah. So number 7 spot, Iron Patriot. Number 6 is another War Machine, and this is the War Machine Punisher. You know, some people either like this or did not like this. I love this figure. I know it's a repaint from the Civil War War Machine, but I really don't care. I really like this figure, and I think it's better than the Iron Patriot. And it's because I'm a big Punisher fan, and I just loved how it looked. I love the paint. I love the little skulls. I love the guns. My biggest gripes is that I had to glue this in and I had to glue that in because those things would keep popping out. Same with these little guns too. That's my biggest gripe. That's why he's not higher on the list. But I looked for this figure at every GameStop. I could not find it. I actually thought I was going to have to pay over the price I wanted because I really wanted this figure. But my boss at GameStop hooked it up and he got one in stock. And he gave it to me, let me buy it and stuff. And I got cheaper with my discount since I work at GameStop. But yeah, man, this is a really good figure, and I really love it, and that's why he's at the number 6 spot. Would be higher, but if I didn't have to glue all this stuff in, then he'd be higher. But he's a great figure. And at the number 5 spot is the Punisher. So War Machine, and then this. I love this figure a lot, and he was a really good figure this year for number 5, and that's why he's in the top 5. I love the face. I love that face. I love the outfit. I love the guns. I love the way it looks, and the articulation alone for this guy was amazing. I've done so many good photos with this guy, and I like it. I love it. Like I said, he'd be higher on the list, but I just have other ones that I really like more than this guy. But man, this is the best Punisher I think we have from Marvel Legends, and that's my own opinion. I think this is a great one. I love it. I just not face alone. I love that. yeah, he's at my number 5 spot. I love this guy. At the number 4 spot, we got Jean Grey from the 3-pack. And another X-Men character. I love this Jean Grey. I think she came out beautiful. I love both heads. I love this head a little bit more. I love the way she looks. This is a perfect Jean. Out of the last Jeans we've got, I mean, the 2-pack with the Cyclops and the Phoenix, I think that's a cool Jean. I like that one. I'd like to get that one, but I think this Jean's better. And I think this is a better Jean than the first time they did the Jean for a Marvel Legends Jean. The other one is terrible. But I really like this one, and I think it looks exactly from the cartoon. I love her look. I love the way. I love the hair. I think my favorite thing is the hair on this thing. It's gotta be the hair. But yes, I think for the number 4 spot, she deserves it, and I think she's a great figure. And if you have not got that 3-pack, you need this Jean. You do. We are coming down to the wire, but for number 3 spot for Marvel Legends of this year is Grey Hulk. And I changed the shirt because I think the white one looks better than the orange one he came with. I have the other Hulk with the 2-pack with Wolverine, so I like the white shirt better. That's the only thing I had to change. But man, this is how you do a Hulk, okay? And I like the green one a lot. I was a bigger fan of the Grey Hulk when I was a kid. And I always liked it. I love the blue jeans. I love how big and massive. My only gripe is I wish he came with multiple hands just like the green one, but you know what? I'm okay with this one. I really like this one, and I thought this was a beautiful figure. And look how big that is. He almost became my number 2, but there was a figure that beat that out of the park. But this is a great figure. If you have not got this, you need to get this figure. This is a good one. And my number 2 spot that almost took first place, but something else took it, is Cyclops from the 3-pack. Yeah, I had all 3 of those. 1 as an honorable mention, and 2 on the list. I'm a really big X-Men fan, and I love Wolverine and all, but I actually like Cyclops. Cyclops is one of my favorite, sorry about that. Cyclops is one of my favorite characters from the X-Men, and it's a repaint / they added the jacket, and I know some people are like, they don't really care about this, but I love this figure. I prefer the jacket on him, to be honest with you. I love it. I love the 3 heads. This is my favorite head out of the 3. The other head I'm actually using as a Matt Murdock head in a suit, so yeah, so I'm kind of glad I got that other head. But yeah, man, this is an excellent Cyclops, and that's why he's at the number 2 spot. And he was at my number 1 for a little bit, but there is a figure that beat it, and you're gonna see that right now. At the number 1 spot, it's Deadpool. This is my first Deadpool. I've never really tried to collect the other ones, don't really care about it. This was my always my favorite look for Deadpool. I love the metallic blue, and I love the red. I think Hasbro kicked ass, and that's why he's my number 1. I love the guns. I mean, I gave him that scar, the red scar, because he matches the red gun he came with. But man, I just love this figure. He goes great with my Cable. And I think he's the best Deadpool out of all the Deadpools we've ever gotten. That's my opinion. I know people are gonna gripe about what I just said, but man, this is the best Marvel Legends of this year. I think this is the best Marvel Legend that came out for me. I was able to get this guy $20 too. That was another great thing about this figure. But man, I really like this figure, and I think it's the best figure of this year. I'm a big X-Men guy, and it's weird because I'm not really a big Deadpool guy too. I'm not, like, I love Deadpool, but I'm not really like a hardcore, Deadpool guy. I wouldn't say he's one of my top heroes or as in my list, but as a Marvel Legends, this toy came out amazing, and I think this is the best Marvel Legends ever. And yeah.